Unfortunately, Christmas has soured a bit. FazeClan is officially over. And I think I kind of mean that. It may still be that the organization exists, but everybody is leaving. You can see here, I don't know how we have this confirmed. It's just coming from KickChamp. Apparently, FaZe Bank sold a large ownership stake in FaZe, shifting control to a new leadership that pushed for 20% of creators' earnings, leading all the members to leave. RIP FazeClan. There is a lot. Like, this is not just surface level stuff. One of the previous members of FaZe, who didn't last for a super long time, named Blackboy Max, he ended up going live and he ended up sharing a lot of information, a lot of behind the scenes info that seems that he was not legally allowed to share. Apparently, he had to get his lawyers to prep a lot of what he shared, and a lot of shit gets revealed. Like, for instance, there was a moment that Lacey was kicked from FaZe, and people thought it was just a publicity stunt. It probably in part was, but he was actually kicked from FaZe at that point, or so that's what Blackboy is saying here. Banks has made a response, and a lot of people at first thought that this was just kind of a stunt. Like, we're seeing this stuff. There's also, you're going to see posts of like Aiden Ross has bought FaZe. I don't believe that. There's no other proof for that. Take it with a grain of salt. This post in specific, because it comes from KickChamp, I haven't been able to corroborate this particular thing that FaZe Bank sold a large ownership and that new leadership was pushing for 20%. Haven't seen clips of anyone talking about that yet so far, but you can see here a lot of the posts have been coming through here. Blackboy Max, he left back in August, but you can see here Stable Ronaldo. These were all just a few hours ago here. Jason the Ween, Silky, Ronaldo, Bradley Martin, and Mari, they were never a part of it. Everyone has started to start putting left at FazeClan. I was kind of maybe starting to consider it because a lot of people were saying, oh, they're faking this for publicity, things like that. And then Adapt made his post. Left FazeClan, 14 years, over half of my life. I'd be lying if I said this didn't hurt, but it had to be done. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of this journey. The best is yet to come. Seeing his post, I think a lot of people also just kind of like sobered up to, oh, okay, no, this actually seems pretty serious here. And now we get into Blackboy Max. So all this stuff is happening, and this dude goes live, and he starts sharing a lot of info, like a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Again, there is no corroboration of any of this outside of his testimony, so maybe things could change, but I'm led to believe that a lot of the points that he makes seem to be valid. And if anything, it's all to make FaZe look bad, and if he was lying about it, he could be setting himself up for a lawsuit for defamation. Maybe he is dumb enough to do that. I don't really know Blackboy. Odds are, logically speaking, doesn't make sense. Blackboy Max was given a script to read by his lawyers so he doesn't slip up regarding everyone's departure from FazeClan. I think they're just inferring because he's reading off of a script here.
Obviously, a lot of big news happening the last 24 hours. I know a lot of people are looking to me for my thoughts, as these are my boys and I went through the process first. As I said before, I want to be respectful of sensitive information. At the same time, as you all know, in this business, conversations often take place with assistant staffers and other people who aren't required to keep secrets, and everybody talks when something like this happens. With that said, I can share a little more of what led to my own departure and what I think may have been the feelings of my bros.
He's insinuating, at least in this specific moment, and this is going to be important, I'm not just like reiterating for nothing, there are people that have heard and seen shit that did not have to sign NDAs. It'll be more relevant with a clip showing his cousin talking about some stuff that happened with Blackboy. Next thing here, Blackboy Max said he started questioning how much power FaZe had over him after a situation with sponsors happened during FazeMass 1.
You could be vaping formaldehyde, which is used in taxidermy.
Oh, dear.
What?
There was a stream later on into the month where I'm not even going to specifically name names, because if he was there, he was there. It's not the most big deal. But we had a sponsor. There was a sponsor for that day. And niggas didn't end up doing the sponsor. Game night. Yes, if he was there, he was there. Niggas didn't end up doing the sponsor. There was difficulties with the sponsor. Yeah. After that happened, according to the assistants and staff of the creators, because I'm not gonna lie, I just really don't remember. But they said that FaZe has pulled everybody for the rest of the month and sent niggas home early. Right? This is the first time where in my head I went, so how much control do we have here? And how much control do niggas have over us, if that makes sense?
I think the biggest issue that he's pointing out here is that they have a sponsorship deal that goes kaput. The person who is supposed to do the sponsor doesn't do it, and then the org just sends everybody home early. You don't get a say in it. You're just forced to go home. And that gets Blackboy wondering how much freedom do they actually have in the contracts that they've signed up with in the org that they're in. And that started kind of freaking him out. And that makes sense. I mean, at the end of the day, content creators kind of a big deal when it comes to the org working out. I would say they are in large part the main reason that FaZe kind of was revived after it got sold out to, fucking corporate shit with FaZe Banks a couple years ago. Blackboy talking about behind the scenes, they're noticing that the org part of things are starting to get really controlling. And it gets a lot worse than just, sending people home after a sponsorship doesn't end up working out or someone doesn't end up doing what they're supposed to. They start doing like shows of control. Great example of that. Blackboy Max seemingly reveals a higher up at FazeClan threatened to kick him out of FaZe at the beginning of 2025 if he didn't fire his manager, although they were the one to introduce Max to the manager. So FazeClan introduced him to the manager and then said, get rid of him.
Someone at FaZe had introduced me to my old manager, Brandon. Shout out, Brandon. Was working with Brandon from about November to January. Y'all probably seen him, tall white boy with hair. You feel me? Yeah, 153. Oops. Brandon had falling out with person who introduced me. And person who introduced me tells me, according to my assistant and my creative director at the time, who were sitting in on all calls because they're on my team, tell me I have to fire my manager and get rid of him, or I can't be here, when they're the person who introduced me. Video proof as well of this meeting. They were there. This is information my assistants are just telling me.
Damn. So, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a bit of a shocker, but at the same time, I'm not shocked about this. Honestly, this is all just like very crazy of all crazy, I guess. Some might say it's shocking, some might say it's not surprising. Me, I'm shocked, but also I'm not surprised at the same time. However, when I see more and more people like in this situation get involved in this, and this happening, and people are leaving more. I was like, oh shit, this is very very shocking. You know what I'm saying? But it's also not surprised at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of got me thinking, something isn't right here. But then more details start coming out, and yeah, this is insane right here. So if you guys have not been going on, what's going on? Like basically, like I just found out to just about this. Like, well, I'm recording this on Saturday, December 27th, 2025, and I'm more likely gonna upload this on a Sunday, like Sunday 28th of 2025, so like a couple of days before the New Year's or whatever. So I'm recording this on the Sunday basically, and I'm honestly this is a bit more like a wowzer and shocking to me, but I'm not surprised at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's like, god damn, like what the hell we just witnessed? You know what I'm saying? But also I'm not surprised at the same time. And if you guys don't know what's going on, or if you guys not been going on the internet, online, what's going on X or social media sites, whatever, basically what I just got confirmed on this one, based on what I'm seeing right now, that all the FazeClan members, they're here right now, and some of the OGs have all officially left, which is insane. Um, which is very shocking to me. But we'll get more details on that thing and whatever and all that. So, but yeah, though, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Antoine here, back in the video. We're back on the video on the channel. In today's video, here to do some more random talk video. In today's video, random talk videos that we be doing on the channel and all that. You know what I'm saying? Talk about things randomly that happen around the world or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? In today's video, I want to talk about what just happened. Like, I would say, like, the day after Christmas or around Christmas time that happened. I don't know if this happened around Christmas or after Christmas, but the fact that it happened around Christmas is very, very crazy to me. It's very shocking to me. I'm gonna try to do my best to go on over details of what happened from the beginning all the way to the end to give you guys catch up on about this whole entire situation. If you're one of those people that do not care about FazeClan or whatever, well, this is going to be a FazeClan video that I'm going to talk about. Um, you can leave the video if you want to, but for those who want to see what, like, to continue to stay, see what's going on, I do appreciate that. And just bear with me for a second because I'm just finding out about this, today. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I ain't gonna lie to you. Some might say this might be a bad Christmas or post Christmas, whatever. But to me, it's like, what the fuck? Like it felt like a dream, you know what I'm saying? It felt like someone got hacked on Twitter or social media, but no, this is actually a real thing that just happened, and I think I need to talk about this just to bring some awareness and actually you guys understand about it. If you care about FazeClan or you don't have social media or whatever and don't know about the whole situation, the whole entire FazeClan thing is going on, detail by detail. I'm gonna try my best to explain all of it as much as I can. Some I might be leaving out, some I might be leaving in, some might be true or not true, but I'm going off based off what I know of what's going on. Because I have been following new FazeClans since last year, and the OGs since I was 13 and 14. So I've been a FazeClan fan since I was 13, 14 years old. So around 13 and 14. So about I say 13 years of like not 13 years, like I say 12 years. 12 years since I've been a FazeClan member, fan. You know, it's not member, FazeClan fan. You know what I'm saying? So I've been a fan around time when I was a fan of the Vanoss crew. So it's like around the time, you know what I'm saying, when I was getting into YouTubing, YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, um, this is very shocking to me. So I just found out about this today that all the former new new FazeClan members that got into Phase, they have all left, unfortunately. As you see right here, the picture right here. Basically, to me, this is the thumbnail I made. That's gonna be up on the thumbnail, whatever. Basically, everyone in that's new here, like every last one that you see right here, have all left FazeClan. Like every single last one, the people right here have all left FazeClan and all that. And I'm gonna show you guys the picture right here. So as you see right here, like I say, I just got this little screenshot right here from Ryan on Twitter, whatever. I don't know where he is, but for Ryan on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, or X, whatever you want to call it. So this post was happening 18 hours ago. So I'm recording this on a Saturday. So this happened around after Christmas on December 26th that this whole entire thing happened. And everything that just happened, like debacle. I'm just like giving all this information that's been going out. And apparently, these new Phase member clan members that has been brought into FazeClan in around 2024, they have all left FazeClan. Every last one of them left FazeClan and everything else. Like since 2024. So they have all left FazeClan and all type of stuff. So Stable Ronaldo, he left. Phase Adapt, who's been here since 2013, 2014, when he was introduced into FazeClan. He left. He's not a new member. He Phase Adapt, if you know him, you know what I'm saying, we all know him. He's from the OG era of FazeClan back in 2013, 2014. Phase Adapt dude, yeah, he left. He's gone. Your Rage, one of my favorite streamers, and one of my favorite black streamers of all time. Your Rage, he left too as well. Kaisen, new Phase member left. Silky, Jason DeWeen, Ween Junior dude. Jason left. Lacey and Playboy Max, who left a couple months ago. He left FazeClan. So all these people right here you see on the list right here have all left FazeClan. Now, when I heard that they were making like the tweet. If you go on Twitter, they make the tweet that says "Left FazeClan." I thought it was just a joke or whatever, a meme, whatever people were making. You know what I'm saying? I thought, oh, Stable Ronaldo left FazeClan. Oh, that's a joke. Your age left FazeClan. Oh, that's a joke. Kane's son, K-Son left FazeClan. That was a joke. Silky left FazeClan. Oh, that was a joke. Jason the Weenie. Oh, that was a joke. Lacey. I left FazeClan. Joke too. Even when Playboy Max left, I thought he was joking for a while, and then he told us that he left. He couldn't go into details of talking about this until he recently, which I saw in the beginning of the clip, he explained everything why he decided to leave and what everything that transpired. I'll explain more on that later on. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, all of them are saying they're leaving. It's just a prank, ha ha, whatever. But then I realized this is Christmas. This is near Christmas, like after Christmas. This ain't April. I was like, okay, so something ain't right here. Then I go to Phase Adapt tweet and I saw this. So he made this tweet right here. He said this, Phase Adapt, you know what I'm saying? Well, he's going to know as Adapt now. Left at FazeClan. 14 years, over half my life. I'd be lying if I said this didn't hurt, but it had to be done. Thank you to everyone who's been part of this journey. The best is yet to come. When I saw other new Phase member clan, like Phase like clan members, start making tweets of I left like FazeClan, I thought it was just a meme. I thought they were joking. And then when Phase Adapt made a tweet talking about this, I'm like, what the fuck? Phase Adapt leaving? That's like saying Phase Jeff leaving. Phase Jeff's my favorite Phase member of all time. I fuck with Phase Jeff. He's my favorite one. I'm like, there's no way he's leaving. And he made the tweet. I was like, oh my fucking God, something's going on in the FazeClan. I don't even know what's going on. And then I saw this shit right here. I saw this tweet from Swag, who used to be Phase Swag, but now you go by Swag now. He loved FazeClan. Swag is one of my favorite Call of Duty content creators of all time. I love Swag. You know what I'm saying? Him, Dismal, and Phase Jeff and then of course Merc Music. Only four COD content creators that I watch by only watching COD and whatever they do and all that type of stuff. That's the only people that I watch. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he loved Phase, I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? He loved Phase. Mind you, this is all happening like today. You know what I'm saying? This is all happening today. Like everyone's leaving Phase left and right today. Like on Saturday. And I'm recording this on Sunday, so it's yesterday. You know what I mean? But like it's like, what the fuck is going on? What? Everyone dropping like flies on Twitter. It's like a bombshell, a nuclear bomb, a power driver after power driver. You can't see me or RKO shit going out of nowhere. And then this shit happened. FaZe Rug, well now it's gonna be known as Rug now. He said he officially left FazeClan. This one hurts. After 13 years, I decided to part ways with FaZe. Very grateful for everyone who's been part of this journey and the people who became family along the way. FaZe will forever be part of my legacy, but now the new chapter begins. I'm like, when I heard this tweet, I'm like, FaZe Rug left? Rug left? I'm like, this dude is one of the most positive niggas on FaZe. And he's gone. I'm like, okay, Phase Adapt is going, and then Swag's gone, and then Rug is gone, and then there's more come out from Phase Your Rage. Well, now he's gonna have to change back to Your Rage, unfortunately. He made a tweet. He said, "Left FazeClan. I'm sorry to any supporters. We let down. Thank you for letting us come in to do our thing to try to save this shit. I wish it didn't have to be this way, but that chapter in my life is forever closed now." So he has a stream about this whole entire thing. The other Phase members like Adapted, Ronaldo, JC the Weenie, and of course Silky. Well, Silky didn't stream. He had to go spend time with family at Christmas. But obviously, Lacey, all these new Phase, members, I've streamed about this, talk about details about what happened and all this, on their Twitch stream and all the type of stuff, which is crazy. It's on YouTube if you want to go search it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But Phase, obviously Your Rage hasn't talked much about it, you know what I'm saying? But, people going to start talking about it, you know what I'm saying? Once he goes back live and explain everything, what's going on. based on his perspective, because I really want to know about that one too as well. But this one sucked. I'm like, what the hell? Even with this tweet, I thought he was joking. But then when Face Adapt made the tweet talking about he left, then shit got real. Shit got real. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Then I'm here Rug leaving, and then and then I'm here Erase leaving. I'm here everyone's leaving from the new phase. I'm like, what's going on? Why is everyone leaving? In their peak right now. They're in their peak right now. What's going on? And then there's the worst part. We're at the worst part right now. This the worst part right here. Check this out. Yup. Phase Apex. Phase Apex. The guy who's been here since day one, since the beginning of time when Phase was a thing, has officially left. He said this from 2011 through 2026. Today, I'm closing my chapter with at FazeClan. Thank you to anyone that made it what it was. At heart emoji. He said, after joining Phase nearly 15 years ago on March 6, 2011, today I'm officially stepping away from FazeClan. I've been very blessed to spend half of my life as a Phase member. I'm grateful to anyone who has been a part of Phase and to all my viewers who have supported me, support the brand at any point over the years. I've always intended to see it through to the end and do what I could to help the brand succeed. And it's finally time to close this chapter. As ownership changed over the last couple of years, the leadership shifted in a way that made it difficult for me to get involved again. I have no ownership in Phase or any related companies, and no role or influence in what comes next. But I'll always wish the brand success. I have a lot of love for everyone who helped to build Phase, especially the OGs early on, and I wish I had been able to do more to keep these together over the years. I'll always be proud of what we built together and wish the best for anyone moving forward, new, old, and remaining people involved with the brand. Phase for life, whatever. So basically, Phase Apex, who's been here since day one, is all gone. So really, the only people that's left that I know that's in Phase right now is Phase Jeff and Phase Scope. Phase Jeff is my favorite Phase member of all time. But I don't think he's going to respond to this because he's not a drama type of person. Because around this, it's full of drama, which I'll explain later on. And yeah, Phase Apex is absolutely gone. So that's great. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I mean, all the new Phase members that recently came on back in 2024 are all gone, and some of the OG of Phase member like Phase Adapt, Rug, and Apex are all gone too as well. So from the looks with this whole entire situation, it looked like FazeClan is like really, really dead at this point because I mean, like Dead 2 is dead. It's dead straight to the ground, to the gutter, and everything else. Phase Scope said he's still being Phase no matter what, I guess. Phase Jeb has not said anything about it, so it's like we're not so sure if he's going to say it or not going to say anything. I don't blame him if he doesn't say anything because he's not a drama person. Say he doesn't say anything or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, obviously, he's a non-drama type of person, so keep that in mind. It's understandable if you don't want to say anything because all of this type of shit is drama. This whole type of shit is really drama. The reason why I say this is drama because there's a lot more details that we don't know about or why these people left, whatever. And there's the only thing they can say certain things or what they can't say because they're on the NDA. They can't say much about this shit. They can't they can't say certain things that can get them sued for defamation or some other consequences that's really bad. So I don't blame them for not doing that. Like I don't blame them if some people don't want to speak about this whole entire thing or make something clear of the whole entire thing. Only say certain things. So I don't blame them for doing that because you don't want to get sued by a major corporation, whatever. Even though they're like in fucking debt and shit, which is funny because FazeClan is in debt, like millions of dollars in debt. All that. I'll get into you later on. So yeah, I don't blame the Phase Jeff don't want to respond to this whole entire shit because honestly, this whole thing is a fucking mess, and I don't blame him if he doesn't want to respond, and I feel like he doesn't need to, if he doesn't want to. So, Scope already responded. He said he's probably gonna stay. I don't know, but besides that though, man, this is completely genuinely fucked up. It's very sad, and honestly, I wish nothing for the best for the people who left FazeClan currently. You know, the new Phase member clan, who left currently, and you know, it's the new Phase member, you know, clan member. Obviously, you know what I mean. The new Phase clan member who just came on recently. I wish nothing for the best for them. I hope they do good somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, obviously the streams and everything else has been popping off. They can easily make another group name, whatever, on a different organization or another group based off of them, and they could just straight up, you know, go ahead and make another group with no contract, no bullshit, no certain things they're saying, no NDA shit. They could straight up just go do their own thing and you know, build their own brand. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, obviously, you know, this whole FazeClan thing has been built from the ground up, and it was going to be going straight to the gutter until these new FazeClan members came in. Whether you want to agree with it or not. Without these new FazeClan members, in my opinion, the FazeClan would not be big right now. I mean, winning 2 back-to-back award winners in the Stream Awards, it's a major big thing. It's a major big thing. Like these guys, all these guys that came into the scene, these new Phase member guys all came to the scene to bring FazeClan back to where it was. You know what I'm saying? Not to like to the sniping, trick shotting days, which I would love if they do that, but unfortunately, these guys more like an IRL streamer, a Viber, and all that. And that's understandable. If FazeClan need to get new into all that, that's cool. And the funny part about this, Banks, you know, create this whole entire thing. He created all these new FazeClan member, took away out of all some of the FazeClan members out of FazeClan. So because you know he wants to make a brand new branding out of FazeClan, and some people were like, I don't know about this. It's a bad deal, you know what I'm saying? Because they're more about the FazeClan is not about scoping and trick shotting, but Call of Duty's so dead. It's not even about trick shotting no more. It's about being a sweaty ass 24/7 loser who just two boxing bullshit and then matchmaking bullshit. So I don't blame him if FaZe Banks want to move into a new direction. And what he did, he banked on it and it worked out. You know what I'm saying? FaZe Adapt, Jason Weenie, Playboy Max, Silky, Ronaldo, Stable Ronaldo, you know what I'm saying? Your Rage, Lacey, and many others I didn't mention. I do apologize. They all adapt to this whole entire new feeling of FazeClan, and they have succeeded from 2024 until right now. They have succeeded, although they had some ups and downs, but they still were like one of the best, you know, FazeClan, organization, you know, what I'm saying, that we have gotten. You know what I'm saying? They did a subathon this year, and a lot of these people reached their 100,000 subscribers. They were killing it left and right. They were up. They were up. You know what I'm saying? Phase were up, and it was just completely good. And now we're going in here like around I'm recording this on Sunday, but I'm recording this on a Saturday, and I'm recording this on Sunday. So Saturday is December 27th, 2025. Sunday's on December 28th of 2025. And it's all going to shit. It's all going to shit with all these new details and everything that's going out. It's like going crazy of all crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like insane. And you know what I'm saying? They were up, man. They were revitalizing FazeClan to bring it back to being the best organization in the world. But they turn into shit right now because of so many things that's happening and so many details are going on. And rather if you guys like the new FazeClan or not, these new members, you gotta admit they were bringing numbers in. They were doing good on their resume. They were kicking ass on the streaming platform. Rather if they were cringe or not cringe, or they didn't fit your trick shotting OG era and all that type of stuff. They were doing good off of numbers, and they were doing a fantastic job. And I have nothing respect from them. They were killing it left to right. They had got so much hate for literally just being new to this whole entire phase, thing, because obviously they're trying to, they're trying to move away from the whole trick shotting era and all that, trying to move on to another thing. And it worked out. They banked on it. It was a success. FaZe Banks took them all in and then make them go get this house. It was amazing. It was absolutely good, successful, like big, risks you have to take. And it was great. It was great. It was awesome. It was awesome of awesome. You know what I'm saying? It was awesome. And then shit went to bed when I just found out about everyone's leaving phase, including, the OGs, are leaving too as well, you know what I'm saying? So That's already fucked up. Now I'm like, God damn, like they were doing so good. Now they just now they just left. They left, and now it's got me wondering why they leave. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, though, it just is crazy. Now I will say this: I do wish nothing best for these guys. They're doing a pretty good job. I'm sure they could go do something else other than being part of FazeClan or be part of another group. I guarantee you, if they do make a group, they will be bigger than ever. I'm gonna promise you right now, they'll be bigger than ever. And I'm telling you, the amount of people that'll be going in and supporting them is gonna be beyond crazy. And and it's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what phase, I don't know what phase are doing, but I'm trying to go into details of wondering what the fuck they're doing. Cause let these dudes walk. It's like saying, hey, I'm letting LeBron, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, I'm releasing the big three, the big fives out of the Miami Heat. Why are you doing that? They just won you 2 championships. Shouldn't your goal is to keep them together? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just beyond crazy the fact that that this happened here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, they were doing so great, and then they left, and then like it kind of got me thinking, what's going on? What happened? Why did they just all decide to leave? And as I started going into details, well, I'll start watching clips of them. You know what I'm saying? I start going particular details. It's like, okay, I wonder what's going on. And then I went into Playboy Max stream, and he talked about the details of why this whole thing happened. He couldn't say a certain thing. He had to go by based off of the script he was made by his lawyer. So he talked about how how when he had to get a new manager. Talk about why he had to get a new manager. He had to let go of his old manager to get a new manager that the Phase organization have alluded to him to get. And if he didn't get a new manager, he was gonna get fired from, or he was gonna get kicked out of Phase or whatever. So he had to switch his old manager to his new manager. Then that one stream they tried did the game night stream they was trying to do. It was a huge mess. That was a huge disastrous stream. Apparently, Lacey, who's the white dude who's wearing the fucking Lakers jersey on the left, like bottom left, he was on the verge of actually getting kicked out of Phase because he didn't show up in game night and whatever. And because of that shit, I think it was photo shoot. I think he didn't. I think it was photo shoot. Yeah, it was photo shoot. Sorry, but he was on the verge of actually getting kicked out of FazeClan because of the photo shoot, I believe, too, as well. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't show up or whatever, and he was on the verge of getting kicked out. You know what I'm saying? And that was crazy enough. Then Playboy Max said that that game night, that one game night that we had, was a huge disaster. There was so many sponsors that was going on into that game night. Some of the people didn't show up, so the Phase organization canceled the whole entire shit. And Playboy Max got Playboy Max wondering, how much control do FazeClan have of us than we have control of this group? You know what I'm saying? Because now it's got Playboy Max thinking, if they can control us by, like, depending on what specific sponsor they were doing, they can control us on what we can and we cannot do, or say what we cannot say. Like, it's interesting. Keep this in mind. The FazeClan, the new FazeClan people that came in there back in 2024, right, if you want to agree with that, not, they were pulling numbers 20,000, 10,000, 20,000 viewerships, and somehow they only got like what, one sponsorship or whatever. They should be having at least about 10 to 20,000 sponsorship. You ask me, with the viewership that these motherfuckers were pulling. They were pulling out so many viewerships. Like, how come they only got one sponsorship? What's going on? And that's what got me probably thinking, like, bro, they only got that much control. They don't got that much control. That's pretty odd. You should be having at least about 10 sponsorships or 20 or 1,000 on this shit. You know what I mean? Not trying to exaggerate, but the way these people were pulling numbers, 20,000, 30,000, 40, 50, it's insane. Their summerthon, what they did was the best summerthon that they ever did. It was really good. It was really good. They were pulling 50,000 and they was getting 100,000 subscribers, 200,000, 300,000. They were pulling subscribers all over the place. They were pulling numbers. They were doing good. Did they have some bads here and there? Yeah. But they were still pulling good numbers for the most part. And then all of a sudden they got one sponsorships. Meanwhile, major other sponsorships like McDonald's or Ferrari or whatever were pulled like years ago in the FazeClan. Now this new FazeClan, it's one sponsorship. It's like that's weird enough. And then of course, the whole Phase Bank situation where Phase Banks talk about how he made a tweet. He said that I have nothing to do with certain individuals getting fired or leaving the group. I have nothing to do with that. I've been going off my own. Merry Christmas, everybody. Blah blah blah. He made that tweet and all that. Um, and the reason why I talk about Phase Bank is because if you guys not know, Phase Bank is the one that made FazeClan. He actually started a whole business called FazeClan a long time ago. So he's been here since day one. He sold it to like a corporation organization people because he resigned himself as a CEO. I think it was last year or a couple of years ago, or whatever. So the people that are running, FazeClan, it's not Phase Banks. Phase Banks, he left a long time ago. He gave it the majority of the ownership to the organization, to like some corporate organization that don't know much about FazeClan or what they do or what they represent. So it's like I don't get why he decided to do that because if you know that these people who are business people, business people, and they don't know much about the gaming, the trick shotting, or any of the vibes that the new Face Clan and the OG Face Clan were bringing back then and now, and you sell out to these people who are just corporate people who don't care about the vibes or what the people that's in the Face Clan rather than then there's just money. That's already a red flag. I mean, I'm assuming that Face Bank did this is because he probably was like $1 million in debt. He's probably try to get away because he was scamming his audience, whatever. Something that was going on that made him decide to step down. Those type of things, and he just left his new Phase member people to basically to rot, honestly, because he recruited these people, and these people had to take on not only themselves but try to get viewerships as much as they can, which they have been doing, and they only get like 20% of the money that they earn off of Face Clan, which is pretty odd. I don't know why. You should get them like majority of the money as they've been earning based off the Face Clan, based off the viewership and everything they're bringing in. It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't make any sense. And then come to find out that that you know that these corporate people were running Face Clan, and Banks was just like he was gone. He gave a majority of ownership to these corporate people that don't know much about Face Clan or anything else. So that's already a red flag, and is already running the people to the ground. And that's what got me thinking, maybe what that's why these people left, because they don't want to be run by a corporation that controls them. They want to be independent and be on their own thing, or at least vibe with each other without having no problems going on in the higher ups. And that's why Playboy Max had to explain everything that's going on in some degree. And some of the new Phase member have to talk about certain things that they can or disclose or cannot disclose. Like, it was a fucked up situation from the jump, basically. It started out pretty good on paper, you know what I'm saying? But then behind the scenes, I guess shit really hit the fan so bad to a point where everybody's starting to leave, including the OG people starting to leave, like Phase Rug and Phase Adapt, and then we got Phase Swag leaving, and then Phase Apex leaving. Like, that broke the camera back right there. It's like, god damn, everyone is leaving Phase, and everybody was like, Phase up, Phase forever, we're going up, and now y'all going completely down. All these new people that was making a new Phase member that was making Phase irrelevant is all gone now. All these people were pulling numbers from Twitch, that from top 1 to 5 subscribers, you name it, on Twitch, are now gone, and most of them are Phase member clan. I mean, some might say that, well, this is not surprising to me because from the moment that they move into this, this era of just IRL vlogging and whatever, instead of doing trick shot stuff like the OG, Phase Clan used to do, this is how they start falling off. So no one gave a care about that, and you can make the argument about that, and I understand that, but this is how they get some views. This is how it is. You know what I'm saying? And plus, Call of Duty's dead in the water, so it's like you really got to think about it. Like, who wants to play Call of Duty in 2025 right now? I mean, some people do, but those are dedicated fan base. But these people, they don't care about Call of Duty as much. They just want to have a good time vibing, and this will get them viewerships and all that. You know, just get people understanding more about them than them just playing video games, whatever. This gives them, freedom. This gives them a breath of fresh air, something new. Because Face Adapt, if y'all don't know, Face Adapt used to be like a vlogger back then. He used to be a trick shotter, but also a vlogger back then when he started to vlog stuff, whatever, and influence other phase members that were former phase members at the time and new ones to start doing vlogging stuff too as well. He inspired a lot of some of these people. Face Adapt inspired a lot of these people to do vlogs to get themselves out of the bedroom and go do something, whatever they go into, whether it's in New York or Los Angeles or Florida, whatever they're at. You know what I'm saying? He wanted them to, you know, expand themselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Phase adapted to do. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that this is all happening, um, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm very shocked about this, man. But also, I'm not shocked about this because this is, I guess you could say, this is kind of like a good riddance to FazeClan because I guess they had this coming from the downfall from the moment all this shit happens. And honestly, I'm not surprised about this too as well, but I'm kind of shocked about this too as well. I get that someone say like because of them not doing trick shots, whatever, the OG ways, this is why they fall down. And I can make the argument, yeah, that you could say that, but me personally, they would have rebuilt themselves with these new. They were rebuilding themselves with these new phase members that they have currently. Well, not anymore, no more. And they were doing a good job of it, regardless of the trick shot area you wanted to go back there. They can't go back there no more, because those Call of Duties are dead. But this new IRL stuff that they were doing was really boosting them numbers and viewership and everything. It was like a breath of fresh air that FaZe Clan needed, and FaZe Base gave them all of that. But then all of a sudden, they all left, and it's all gone under the water. It's gone now. Now Face is kind of like a no more thing. Everyone's leaving. Everybody's leaving. Um, like I said, I guess we have a higher up corporation that runs the whole place. They don't know much about Face Clan and what they are, what they represent. It is going to go down from the hill. Now, with that being said, I wonder who else is going to be leaving. I don't know if Jeff's gonna. Jeff leaves. It's he should have left a long time ago. I'm not gonna lie to you. Face Jeff should have left a long time ago when this whole shit was going down. But he's too loyal, and he doesn't care much about drama like this as well. Face Scope, he's probably gonna stay. I don't know about the esports team over there. I don't know what they're gonna be doing. But they got to figure that out. This whole situation is very terrible. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, as a FaZe Clan fan, I've been a FaZe Clan fan since I was 13. Well, 12, 13 and 14 around that time when I was a Venos crew member fan. Um, this sucks in so many ways because like this this um could have been something really great with the new phase members out here. Doing something other than just sitting on the chair and just playing video games, just out there, just doing their own thing and just, vibing. And now it's all suddenly turned into a disaster. And now they got to look back at themselves and be like, damn, man, we could have had this, we could have got that now we got to go do something else. You know what I'm saying? Which is no problem to them because when I saw their stream, they seemed like very sad, but like, they're basically understandably sad and they're going to move on to a new chapter, which I wish nothing for the best for these dudes because clearly if they were to make their own group they would have been number one 100%. Like they would have been number one. If I guarantee you, if they made a group name uh uh, Vibers, not Vibers, fucking that was already a group name. Um um Steve. Shit. If they made the group name made Steve Incorporated, whatever, they would be number one 100% with all of them around because the amount of viewership that they're doing right now is outstanding. I feel like if they would make they name their stuff, name their organization like that, they would pull numbers 100%. I'm telling you, it would pull numbers. It would pull numbers 100%. Like these guys know what they're capable, what they're doing when it comes to making content, doing streaming stuff, and also making content too as well. They know what the audience, what they want, and what they want to be surrounded by. And it's unfortunately that FazeClan Incorporated, but higher ups don't understand about that and why this has all been nothing but clusterfuck from the beginning. And it sucks. It really does sucks. And I wish nothing for the best for the boys and of course the OG, members that left as well. Wish nothing for the best for them. Phase the Doubt, Phase Rug, and I think who else left? I forgot what name was. Phase the Doubt, Phase Rug, and Phase Apex. And wish nothing best for y'all. Y'all were my childhood back in when I was like starting to watch YouTube and stuff back in 2013, 2014. I can't thank y'all enough. I appreciate you guys sticking around as much as I can. You did all you could. Uh, I'm excited for the chapter you guys are gonna bring it a whole apart everybody else and see what's gonna happen here. You know what I'm saying? FazeClan, I don't know if they're gonna recover from this. They're probably gonna be fucked after this. I don't see them replacing these guys. I think they're more likely gonna be cooked after this. There's no way. I hope they still stay strong, but more likely, I feel like more people gonna leave, and this look like this is gonna be the end of FazeClan. But only time will tell. So yeah, but with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about FazeClan, how you feel about every new member and OG member of FazeClan leaving, and do you think FazeClan is officially done, or they're going to be, get on their feet? More likely going to be done. I don't see why not. But I am excited with these new people, new FazeClan member or ex new FazeClan members are what they're gonna do. It's gonna be very interesting going forward what they're gonna be doing. They said they're gonna still be being together, vibing up, still being together, doing videos, whatever. But only time will tell. So we'll have to wait and see. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank y'all watching, and as always, take care. I'm out. Peace.